The Young Sheldon actors have amazing chemistry on the set, and this leads to quite interesting relationships behind the scenes. What's the main difference between Iain and Raegan and their characters, Sheldon and Missy? What cute nickname did Annie Potts give to the kids? And why was Jim Parsons nervous about meeting Iain?
Go figure.
Twins in real life. In the series, Sheldon and Missy are very different. But in real life, Iain and Raegan are so close that they feel like brother and sister.
Really?
We are literally exact. We are literally the exact same.
According to the young actress, it's hard to believe that they aren't related IRL. From day one, Iain and Raegan have had fun together. At one point, they'd practically turned the set into their playground.
You know, it's a whole big stage with there's so many hide-and-seek spots. We can run away, play tag and stuff.
But of course, they couldn't just run around everywhere without supervision. So Iain and Raegan found a solution. They wrote a letter to the president of Warner Brothers at the time.
Is there any way you could designate like a place for us to play, or is there an area you could think of?
Yet the guy was even more generous than they expected.
And they'd built a park for us. It had little signs that said like Young Sheldon Park, but it was really cool and awesome. And I just remember that was such like a kind, crazy thing.
How sweet! But at the same time, the kids would always find a way to play outside their park.
There's a costume lady named Miss Gina, and we love scaring her.
Iain and Raegan like to hide in the corners and jump out at the poor woman.
We go this, blah, and she screams like it's the end of the world, like it's a zombie apocalypse.
I'm pretty sure that Miss Gina is happy that the kids have grown up and don't play pranks on her anymore. Or do they? Anyway, let's talk about their on-screen older brother. Mature yet goofy. It's not surprising that the Georgie actor has as much fun on the set as the younger Cooper kids, but he won't fully admit it.
Yeah, it's for sure them two monsters. I try not to goof around a lot, but every now and again I might, but
for shame. He wrestles with us a lot.
Yeah, Raegan was quick to prove Montana wrong. The Missy actress also shared that on the first day they met, he gave her piggyback rides. So although Montana is trying to look older and more mature, he's actually just as playful as the other kids. But it doesn't look like he used Iain and Raegan's Young Sheldon Park. And he didn't take part in their pranks. At the same time, he never judged the younger actors for having fun. Look at Montana's face when Raegan was talking about a scary doll that they put in the writer's room.
And they came in and it was really funny because they screamed so loud. It was really funny.
Does anyone else feel the older brother energy here? So it's pretty cool that Raegan, who is an only child in real life, got two bros at once in the series. And what about their on-screen parents? Being a second family. As you might have guessed, the adult actors in Young Sheldon love their on-screen kids.
Our pretend family subs in as a real family when we're shooting, so those dinner scenes are kind of like real dinner scenes.
Iain never feels stressed about returning for a new season because he's happy to be with his pretend parents.
From the pilot, we felt like a family.
And Raegan also says that Zoe Perry and Lance Barber are like her second mom and dad. The actor who plays George agrees. He feels lucky that their young co-stars were so good on the set.
You hear stories of awful little children in Hollywood and how they can be. And it's such a wrong cliche.
And of course, Lance is good friends with his on-screen wife. In fact, they even feel comfortable teasing each other.
This one right here was a nightmare to begin with.
Yeah, we don't get along at all.
Into this.
That's what we call a wholesome working relationship. And being really good on-screen parents, Lance and Zoe taught the kids a lot on the set. For example, they helped them dial a number on an 80s phone because the kids were totally confused.
Iain didn't understand what a dial tone was.
What? That he was dialing first.
And then picking up the phone.
And for Raegan, using a Walkman was the biggest issue.
Let's just say that scene took a while.
Yes.
So kudos to the adult cast for telling them what to do with all that stuff. And although they're serious, mature actors, they can also fool around almost as much as the kids.
You know, we work with children, so we have to be very good models of professional behavior.
Set an example.
That's a total lie.
Yeah, they are also goofballs. And part of their fooling around routine is giving each other nicknames. One of them actually leaked to the public.
You have a lot of nicknames on set. Your dad, your George, your Lancelot. I just heard Sir Lancelot.
That's an easy one to remember, as the actor's name is Lance. Too bad, he didn't share what other nicknames he has.
You know, a man with many names is many times loved, I believe is a proverb.
Yet he did tell us that he loves making what they call George faces on the set.
And we've even named them. Do George face number 2 with a little hint of number 11. Those are my favorite to play.
Sounds really fun. And here's someone else who enjoyed her time with the kids. The world's greatest grandma. Doesn't Meemaw deserve this title? And so does the actress who plays her.
They're in my lap and all over me, kissing me, hugging me, telling me they love me all day long. And I get paid for that.
How lucky she is. Being a loving yet goofy grandma, Annie gave the kids a sweet nickname.
Called them the ferrets. And, when we go on a new set or something, it's all very interesting for them. So they're in all the drawers and all the boxes.
From Iain's behavior in this interview, it's obvious they like the nickname, and the kids love everything about their on-screen grandma. Just see how Iain and Raegan celebrated her birthday on the set.
Happy birthday, dear Meemaw. Happy birthday to you and many more.
Aren't they, darling?
Oh, yes, they are. Now let's talk more about Annie's special bond with Iain. The two of them are so close that they even get their flu shots together. And you'll never guess what Iain did when he met Annie for the first time.
I came into the room and he stood up and started singing to me the song that he had seen me sing when he was 4.
Oh, wow.
After this special moment, it's no wonder their chemistry was instant. Annie shared once that she loves working with Iain, and not only because he's fun to play with, but also because the boy is a great actor. Iain also feels extremely lucky to work with Annie. After all, she's the star of Toy Story, the all-beloved kids movie. Do you remember which character she voiced in it?
Have I done Bo Peep for you?
You have. I think you have before, a couple times.
Come on, Woody.
Iain was thrilled. And he was also happy to work with the man who never appeared in the series, yet was very important nonetheless. The ultimate teacher. It all started with The Big Bang. And with the adult Dr. Cooper, of course. We know that it was Jim Parsons' idea to shoot a prequel series. Plus, he's an executive producer and provides the voiceover in every episode. And in the beginning, he had one more important job. Jim had to teach Iain everything about Sheldon. After all, he played the character for 12 years. But here's something unexpected. When Iain landed the role, Jim was nervous about meeting him.
I didn't want to distract him. He didn't know who the hell I was, so what did he care?
That's true. Iain had never seen a single episode of The Big Bang because he was too young for it. But soon, Jim realized that although the boy knew nothing about him or Sheldon, there was no reason to be nervous. In fact, Parsons was unexpectedly moved, even as he watched Iain's audition tape.
He is such a man-child. He thinks like a man, but then he's just a kid. I didn't say it was kind of jaw-dropping.
So the two actors bonded from the start. And Jim definitely did a great job helping Iain step into those massive shoes to play young Dr. Cooper so well.
Well, he's taught me a lot about Sheldon, a lot about how to play Sheldon, and talking about how his mind works.
What can we say? The casting of Iain and everyone else was spot on. Who is your favorite character in the show? Share in the comments below. And for more Young Sheldon fun, check out our video of bloopers from the series.
See you later.